Good morning. For today's video, I wanted to talk about two cherry fragrances from Bath & Body Works, one of them being the brand new one for this spring, which is called Sweetheart Cherry. And we are going to be reviewing and comparing, contrasting it to a favorite from Bath & Body Works that comes back every so often, and that is Black Cherry Merlot. Before we dive into smelling these fragrances, if you're brand new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Melissa, and I used to be a part-time manager at a Bath & Body Works for about 6 years, and now I'm here on YouTube making, of course, Bath & Body Works related content. So if that interests you, then make sure you hit that big red subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my future videos. Now let's get reviewing, starting with the brand new fragrance, Sweetheart Cherry. So last weekend there was a fine fragrance mist sale. I think they were $5.95, so I made sure to grab a couple of goodies, and this was included in them. I'm really enjoying this fragrance so far, at least from what I've smelled. So this is what it's looking like in the packaging. I really enjoy this. It's perfect for Valentine's Day, February. Anyone who loves fruity gourmands is sure to enjoy this. Something in regards to packaging that is just a personal preference. I don't really like it when they use shiny, kind of like that gold foil, or maybe this is even silver, it's hard to tell, but it makes it kind of hard to see, especially on camera, because of the way that the light kind of shines into it. Makes it so you can't read that, but that's just kind of a minor detail that I don't really like. Here's what it's looking like in the body wash, and once again, I prefer it in a matte packaging rather than a shiny one, just because it's kind of hard to see with that shine going on, but looks pretty in person. And then here is the body cream. I just think that's so fun. I like it when they do cartoony and pops of color. That's kind of my favorite style of packaging lately from Bath & Body Works, and I don't feel like they do it often enough, so I really like the packaging here. Let's read the fragrance notes. The notes for Sweetheart Cherry are wild cherry, crushed pistachio, and whipped vanilla. So definitely a true gourmand scent with a kick of fruity. We've got two gourmand notes, the pistachio and the vanilla, and then of course the cherry. And here is the fragrance I'm going to be comparing and contrasting it to. This is Black Cherry Merlot. This is the 2023 fall edition in that faceted packaging. So last fall, this is their most recent and current body care of Black Cherry Merlot, although we have seen it in a couple of different packagings from the past. Also, as a side note, you can usually find this fragrance in home fragrance and hand soap year-round. It's more the body care items that come and go every so often. So the fragrance notes listed on this 2003 bottle is dark cherry and black raspberry merlot. So just as a fragrance notes comparison right off the bat, wild cherry and then dark cherry is the first note. So they're both supposedly cherry forward fragrances. This one, like I said, has the pistachio and vanilla, while this one doesn't have anything sweet or creamy or bakery kind of scented. It has that black raspberry merlot, so another fruit note, but also a little bit on the boozy side. Okay, I'm excited to smell these two fragrances back to back. So I'm first going to spray on the paper card, so that way my body chemistry isn't influencing the scent. But then after we do some sniffing on paper, we're going to try it on my skin. First spraying the Sweetheart Cherry. It smells really good. So when I'm first spraying it, it smells quite strong. I know that lately Bath & Body Works has been making kind of some weaker fragrances that don't have very long lasting power, but on first sniff, it smells strong to me, so I hope it lasts. And then we're gonna do Black Cherry Merlot now. So besides being two black cherry fragrances that Bath & Body Works has recently released, I'm actually comparing and contrasting these two fragrances together because before the Sweetheart Cherry was released, I was kind of asking the employees if they had seen it or smelled it in the back room yet. This was like a month ago. And they said that to them, it just smelled like Black Cherry Merlot, so they weren't as excited about the new fragrance coming out. But to me, they smell completely different just on this initial spritz. So that's a good thing for those of us who are looking for new fragrances. The Sweetheart Cherry is definitely a gourmand fragrance, while the Black Cherry Merlot is not. So even though Black Cherry Merlot is sweet, it's more of a fruity sweet, like Kool-Aid, while the Sweetheart Cherry is sweet because of it's more of a desserty fragrance, like with the vanilla. And the cherry is starting to disappear already on the paper. But what it's leaving behind does smell good. While so far, the Black Cherry Merlot is having a little bit longer lasting power on paper. When I smell Black Cherry Merlot on this paper, I'm really getting a strong sense of that black raspberry. It almost smells like artificial grape, like they use for, like I said, Kool-Aid already, or like candies, Jolly Ranchers and stuff. It has kind of that candy-like grape raspberry fragrance. And as I'm smelling the Sweetheart Cherry, I almost feel like a better comparison would be to the chocolate covered cherries that Bath & Body Works had released in 2021 spring. Unfortunately, I don't have that one in a fine fragrance mist or a body lotion or cream, but I do have it in the body wash, and so I feel like I should smell these two in the body washes and see how close they compare. I feel like different notes come out, especially when you smell in different forms. Like what I was smelling from the spray is not exactly the same as what's hitting my nose when I smell the shower gel. For instance, shower gels from Bath & Body Works tend to have more of the fruity notes prominent to my nose, and it smells really good in the shower gel. It's less toasty and nutty and more of a cherry vanilla scent in the body wash than in the spray. The pistachio is coming through more in the spray. When I smell the chocolate covered cherries, of the same category, but not really the same in my opinion. This one is more of a chocolate forward fragrance and a liqueur fragrance. I find that this one actually has a strong amount of booze in the notes. So this one is coming off more as a rich, darker, heavier fragrance, while the new Sweetheart Cherry is more of a whipped, airy kind of fragrance. I'm gonna try the lotion on my hands, but I'm also gonna spray after the lotion too. We're doing Sweetheart Cherry on my left hand and Black Cherry Merlot on my right hand. Ooh, it smells so good in the lotion. Ooh, it smells, that smells really good. Oh, okay. For a moment, I thought it smelled like celery. Ignore that, it doesn't smell like celery. Or does it? So in lotion on my skin, I'm really getting a strong sense of pistachio again. So it smells a little bit like the pistachio ice cream candle they used to have like, what, 3, 4, 5 years ago? Spray. I'm seeing that this one is important to layer both the lotion and the spray. I feel like the lotion isn't enough to kind of carry the fragrance on its own. When you're using all those forms together, it's like they're helping each other out so all of the notes are equally represented. Because the cherry was really getting lost. Now I smell cherry now that I smell it on my skin. And also fruity notes tend to be what's on my nose first when I smell a fragrance, they're top notes. And so oftentimes when they dry down, the cherry will go away and will probably leave behind more of those creamy notes and nutty notes too. Okay, let's get some Black Cherry Merlot on my other hand. I can't help it. When I smell Black Cherry Merlot, it just smells like Kool-Aid to me, but I like that because if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that I'm into kidcore and kids body care and kind of the juvenile, not so mature fragrances. Like that's my thing. I really like that. So it works for me. Now for some spray. That needs to dry out. It was just kind of a hit of alcohol. Although there is supposed to be a Merlot note in there. It just smells like fruit. Okay, the spray is when I feel like more of the Merlot comes out, but honestly, barely. Like, this is just Kool-Aid. I think the Black Cherry Merlot might smell better on my skin than the Sweetheart Cherry, but I'm not really sure. They really are different enough that I view that if you like cherry scents, they both are worthy of being in someone's cherry collection because the Sweetheart Cherry is so nutty and toasty and more of a sweet, creamy fragrance, while the Black Cherry Merlot is really pack-a-punch, fruity fragrance. I think there is a slightly weird body chemistry thing going on with the Sweetheart Cherry where I'm getting slight, ever so slight essence of celery. I still really like it. I'm gonna really enjoy wearing it. And I think layering the cream, the shower gel, and the spray all together is really gonna help carry the fragrance along. So Black Cherry Merlot is having better lasting power, at least on my skin, while the Sweetheart Cherry is a more soft experience. Okay, let me try and summarize everything that we've just gone over. So pretty much Sweetheart Cherry, the new fragrance, and Black Cherry Merlot are completely different fragrances. They are not the same, not repackages. Sweetheart Cherry is strong when you first spray it and you smell all of the components of those notes, especially the cherry, but very quickly the cherry dries down and it's leaving behind mainly a pistachio fragrance, but also a whipped vanilla, which is nice, light, and airy. While on the other hand, Black Cherry Merlot is strictly a fruity fragrance on my skin. It is a bit stronger than the Sweetheart Cherry and it has a little bit better lasting power than the Sweetheart Cherry as well. It's a little bit more one-dimensional in my opinion. Besides Black Cherry, I'm actually getting a stronger sense more of an artificial grape fragrance, or maybe even the black raspberry like the note suggested, while the Sweetheart Cherry is leaving behind just soft notes of desserty fragrance. Please let me know down in the comments, how are you enjoying the new Sweetheart Cherry? Have you gotten a chance to smell it yet? Are you going to be wearing it for this Valentine's Day? Or if you've smelled Black Cherry Merlot as well, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer Black Cherry Merlot or do you like the new Sweetheart Cherry better? Thank you so much for tuning in today and I hope this review was helpful. I will see you in my next video. Until next time, bye.